Good day. Today we're checking out Dump Gulch. It's in the South Hills. Now in the South Hills, there's numerous trails you can take. There's many, many miles of trails. This specific trail, it'll connect up to Mount Helena Ridge Trail, and then you could take Mount Helena Ridge Trail to Mount Helena. Today I think we're just gonna go up Dump Gulch and back. Currently it's 24 degrees out. At the trailhead here, I'm gonna need to get out my spikes and put those on. What I found at the trailhead here is the trail itself is snow-packed, so I'm gonna need to have my spikes on. I'm leaving my snowshoes because I'm not gonna go off the trail. It looks like it's pretty well packed from the last snowfall, so these spikes are gonna work well. It's currently 7:25 in the morning. Now sunrise is at 7:52. First light was at 7:21. So it's just getting light out. It was pretty dark when I started, so I got the headlamp on. Let's giddy up. So only a short ways up from the trailhead, right back here, you'll get to this sign right here, which is a leash-free zone for dogs, so you can let your dogs run. I think a lot of dogs probably do come out on this trail. That rock I was sitting on back there, a lot of pee around it. So right back there, I had to stop, put some extra gloves on. As mentioned, it's 24 degrees out. I think today it's supposed to get up to 46 degrees. Pretty cold this morning at 24. Yeah, no snow is expected. So we should have a very good hike. Let's giddy up. So I'm not sure how Dump Gulch gets its name. Tried to research it, try to find out. Couldn't find anything on it. Doesn't seem to be a dump. Seems pretty nice out. One thing about these south trails, when you're going up and down them, the most dangerous part of it is bicyclists. They'll come down at a pretty good speed, so you need to be aware, watching out for them. So it's probably best not to be wearing headphones while hiking these south hills with those bicyclists coming down so fast. We don't need to really worry about it today because bicyclists aren't going to be coming down these trails in this snow-packed trail. Now, mentioned in my Spring Meadow Lake vlog I did, the year-end vlog, I don't usually get out in this cold weather. Kind of become a baby to being out in cold weather. For warmer weather lately, much more. But I'm out today in this 24-degree weather, so I was just dying to get out. Have been for some time. So I can see on this hike of Dump Gulch, it starts off kind of a meadow area, and then it turns into a lot of dense forested area, and I highly expect that's what we're going to be running into as we go further up the trail. So as you can see here, these piles of limbs on the sides of the hills here, they're clearing the area out. What they're doing is they're trimming up the trees, cutting out the branches at the lower level. That's to stop the beetle infestation that's going on that kills the pine trees. So when they cut the limbs up, it prevents the beetles from infecting the trees and killing them. So every once in a while you'll see smoke coming out of the South Hills over the Helena area, and that's where this is coming from, them burning those off. So as you're coming up Gulch Dump Trail, you start to get to a pretty good incline. At that incline at the top of it is a ridge trail, and it's not far down from right here. I'm just pointing at it right there. And there's a short little trail you can take up to this point. This is a must-do, as there's some beautiful views at this point, and I'll show you them. So just a short ways up this trail of Dump Gulch Trail, I've already had to take my jacket off. It's only gone up 3 degrees to 27 degrees, but getting kind of sweaty, so I had to take it off. Let's giddy up. So as you can see, we made it to the Mount Helena Ridge Trail. That is the end of the Dump Gulch Trail. The Dump Gulch Trail wasn't bad at all. It's about a mile long. There was a few inclines, but I think most anyone could probably tackle it. It's not bad. No real resting spots. I suppose during the summer months, there's not as much snow down. There's rocks you could sit on and take a rest. But I wasn't about to be sitting down in the snow. So anyway, the views are pretty beautiful from up here. So on this hike, I did come across a few deer. They didn't stick around long, so I didn't get to capture them in the camera. But as I mentioned, this hike is pretty much for anyone to be taking. It's not bad at all. But if you are going during the winter months like I have here in the end of February, or excuse me, end of January, trying to get ahead of myself, heading for the warmer months. No, it's still the end of January, and you'll with the snow on the ground, and it's snow packed because the last snow was some time ago. You'll want to wear spikes, and they came in very helpful. I can imagine going down now that they are going to become even more helpful. So get yourself some spikes like these, and they're definitely going to make the trip much easier. Now there was a few spots that I was going to take the spikes off because I didn't want to be walking, bending my spikes on the rocks. But I tried to stay pretty much to the snow and the ice, and there wasn't that much. A little bit up here there was no snow, and that's south facing where the sun was hitting it. So I just left them on and continued on. So not a bad hike, enjoyable. As mentioned, I didn't see much wildlife at all. I think that has to do with my bell and my backpack, trying to keep bears and mountain lions away. And that's one thing in these South Hills that you need to watch out for is mountain lions. They're frequently spotted in the area. So I got my bear spray with me, and probably the best way to keep them away is, like I mentioned, have a bell or something on you, scare them away. And if they do start to come close to you, pick up some sticks and rocks and throw it at them. Seen some bird tracks, some dog tracks also, and the only thing else I've seen wildlife, I haven't really seen it, but I heard it. There's crows up in here crowing. Let's head back down, continue on, let's get up.